creator's couch. Welcome to the creator's couch. Welcome to the creator's couch.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another amazing episode of the Creator's Couch. You guys, I have the one and only Andrea Carter in the building. If you can't tell by my cheeks, they're hurting right now because I'm smiling so hard because I'm so excited to have her here. She is the owner of Beaumont Salon, world traveler. She is all of the things, and I can't wait for you guys to get to know her, okay? So let's get right into it. Andrea, tell me about you. Let's start off with your childhood. What was that like?
My childhood. So I'm from Jamaica.
Okay.
I don't know if you can tell by my accent,
Okay,
but
maybe just a little bit.
that's where I was raised. I was born in Jamaica. I have 4 siblings, and when it comes to my childhood, I sort of hate revisiting because it wasn't the best. But I knew at an early age that I wanted to be successful. And I just didn't know what I was going to do in order to become successful. So as a child, I usually participate in track and field events at the primary school that I attended, and I realized that I was really good at it. So I was
And at what age did you realize that you were good at that?
at track. I was about 9 when I discovered that, I'm actually really good at running and jumping.
Yeah.
I was a jumper, and I'll tell you how I got here in
Okay,
just a little
okay.
bit. But yeah, so I spent the first 16 years in a town called Springmount, and from Springmount I moved to Spanish Town, which is in close to Kingston, and I got a scholarship to attend that school, which specializes in track and field. So that's how the door opened for me. From there, I went to Philadelphia at a track and field. It's the Penn Relays, which
Okay.
I'm pretty sure like everyone that does track know what the Penn Relays
Okay.
is.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 17.
Okay.
Last year, high school.
Okay. And this is your first time in America, or had
First
you?
time in America.
Okay. Okay.
So I was really excited. And when I got to the Penn Relays, I thought I was going to be running because that's what the coach brought me to Philadelphia for. But when I got there, he was like, I'm so sorry, but you are not going to run on the relay. So I got scared because I'm like, this is my last year and I have no idea how I'm going to transition from high school to college because now no one is going to look at me. And the coach said, you'll only do the triple jump. I was good at the jump, but it wasn't my best event. So I was extremely nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, you have been training to
To
run.
run. Right.
And then all of a sudden you got there. He's like, all right, you're not running. You're doing a triple
I'm
jump.
jumping.
Okay.
So I put my spikes on when it was time to jump, and I actually won the
Wow.
competition.
Wow.
I was not predicted to be in the finals, and I won the competition. And from there, schools started reaching out to me.
Wow.
When I went back home, Louisiana State University was one of those schools. I got invitations to Auburn, Alabama, and a list of other Division I
And you're
schools.
not a jumper though.
I
You
wasn't
didn't
a jumper.
You didn't train for that.
I
You were
trained
training
for it, but
the
it wasn't
relay.
my
Okay.
pet event.
Okay.
It wasn't the best event. I was
Wow.
running at the time.
Wow.
So that's how the door opened for me to come to LSU as a student athlete. And that's where everything started.
Wow.
So
That is amazing. Okay, so first of all, just off the bat, I'm just so impressed because it just shows though anyone could have been like, you know what? No, I didn't. I wasn't expecting this. Okay,
Right.
I wasn't expecting to do this, so I'm just not gonna do it. But you're like, you know what? I'm gonna just give it a shot. Did you have any doubt in that moment where you're like, I don't think? Because you didn't want to. Did you have the thought like, okay, if I do poorly, then maybe it'll reflect.
Then it would have, if I did poorly, let's just put it that way, I wouldn't be sitting on this couch right now.
Wow.
I would still be in Jamaica, and I didn't know what I would be doing right now because, like I'm a braider, I'm a business owner. There are so many demand for the same thing that I do in Jamaica, I would literally not make as much money there compared to what I'm able to make here and what I've made here so far. So
this was a
my
life
career would have
altering.
been
Wow.
over.
Wow.
I wouldn't be able to come here. Like I said, it was my final year in high school, so it was do or die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what were your thoughts as you were getting ready? And you know, I don't really watch track, but I don't know how if they do they shoot the
No, it wasn't shoot that day.
Okay.
It's jumping. So
Okay.
there's a runway.
Okay.
And it was a triple jump. I didn't long jump at that competition. There's a runway, there's a sand pit.
Okay.
And the way it is scored is the winner is the person who jumps the furthest.
Okay.
But it's 3 phases. You got to hop, step, and then jump.
Okay.
And the person that goes the furthest, would be the winner.
Yeah.
When I got on the runway, I was so nervous because, like I said, that's not what I went there for. But I prayed a prayer, and I just asked God to order my steps as I stepped on the runway. And I was so happy when the announcer announced that I won, because I didn't even know. I didn't expect to win.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that's how I got here.
Wow. That is so amazing. Okay, I'm literally getting like chills right now because it's like that literally was something that changed your life. Like got you to come to America. You got in LSU.
Yeah.
Wow.
The LSU.
Wow. Okay, but what was that like transition like for you going from Jamaica to America? Was it what you expected?
No.
Okay.
The transition from back home to here was a culture shock for me. When I got here, Jamaica is we have 2 seasons, a dry season and a wet season. So either it's raining or it's hot. And when I came here, I was freezing my tail off. And I was like, I can't stay here. I want to go back home because the weather was literally killing me. I came here in 2005, so 18 years ago. And it took me a while to get integrated into the culture and to understand, why I was here and what I had to do to be the best athlete here so I can make an impact for the school and for myself. In fact, the last time I checked, I want to say I'm still maybe the 5th best jumper throughout the history of LSU.
Wow.
I didn't check the facts before I came here today, but the last time I checked, like I was the 5th best jumper to ever attend the university.
Wow.
So I came and I just worked extremely hard. I knew that in order to be successful, I would literally just have to put in the work, and that's exactly what I've did. That's what I've done, and I transferred the leadership skills and qualities that I gained from being a student athlete and being, where I had to work in groups, and I just transferred that into my business. So a lot of what I've learned in order to become the best businesswoman that I am today started there at LSU.
Wow.
So after I finished studying at LSU, I quickly realized that I was not passionate about what I studied, which was print journalism. I only studied journalism because as a freshman, one of my professors, my English professor, told me at the end of class, Miss Carter, no, Linton at the time, married. Miss Linton, can you stay back after class? And I was like, sure. And I'm thinking, what did I do? Because she was giving out the papers and she kept mine. And she said to me, what are you majoring in? And I said, I don't have a major at the moment, because I don't know what I want to do yet. She said, you should major in journalism. And that's the only reason why I chose that major. When I came here, I was still trying to find myself. A lot of little kids know exactly what they want to do with their life at an early age. I wasn't one of them. I just knew that I wanted to be successful, but I wasn't aware of exactly what I wanted to do to get there. So after I graduated, I became a substitute teacher. And I didn't like it. Those kids are bad. They're terrible. The kids are
And they
horrible.
are.
So I didn't substitute teach for a long time. I may have done it for maybe like a year or two. And during all this time, LSU substitute teaching, and now I started attending another school, which was Willie Payne's here Academy. I went to Willie Payne's for 6 months, and I was certified to.
So, but what made you go from, you know, studying journalism to get into a hair academy?
Because when I looked at the what was here, so it's print journalism, right? We have one major newspaper in Louisiana, The Advocate. We took a field trip to go to The Advocate once in one of my journalism classes, and basically the entire staff were old. Those people were not going to leave their jobs for little old me who was just finishing school to come there and take their job. And then another thing, I quickly realized that journalism was becoming obsolete. If you pay attention right now, most people don't get their news from newspapers anymore. They go directly to the internet, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's where majority of, especially young people, get their news from. So
So you had to make a pivot.
Right.
Okay, but why hair?
Why hair? It was natural. I've been braiding hair since I was 9.
Wow.
So it's something that came natural to me.
Okay.
It was a skill that I had. And because I was doing it in college for money, I was like, maybe I can turn this into a profession. So instead of hustling, I'm going to turn it into a business. So that's why I decided, when I realized I no longer wanted to do anything journalism related, I was going to, I started hair school.
Okay.
And it didn't take me that long. It literally took about 6 months for me to get certified to start operating legally here in the state.
Okay.
And that's how I got started there.
Yeah. Okay. So you switched from journalism, went to hair school, got your certification. Okay. And then what's next? Because I know, like, even now, I'm sure we have some people who, may want to go to hair school or may be done. And they're like, okay, what do I do? Like, what did you do?
Okay.
What were your thoughts?
Okay. So my thoughts, as soon as I finished hair school, at the time I was broke. Like, who started out with money?
Yeah.
I was broke. So my initial intention was just to make some money so I could survive. Right? I want to say the year prior to me going to beauty school, I had my first child. That's when my why was born. Every time I talk about my kids, I get emotional, because everything that I do right now is for my children. I feel like I've accomplished everything for myself that I've wanted to accomplish. Every dream and every goal that I want to, accomplish, I've done that.
Yeah.
So every time I wake up in the morning and I go to work, is for my kids. I'm leaving a legacy for my children. As far as why beauty school and how I transitioned from beauty school to now, I just wanted money at the time. And it's here, it's quick money.
Yeah.
So it came easy. And when I just started, I literally would just make the money and spend the money, because that's what every young, new budding entrepreneur do. Like, you make money and then you spend money. But as I got older, I realized that I was doing more harm to myself than good. You cannot leave a legacy for anyone, earning money and spending it all.
Yeah. Okay, so you wanted to make money, and then you started making money, but then you started spending it. Okay. So, but I want to talk about, like, now I know you have a salon, a beautiful salon. Okay. But prior to the salon you have now, you had another one, but then something tragic happened.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Before Beaumont Salon, I was actually working in Salon Studios,
Okay.
which is off Hammond Ear. And I wasn't there for long. In fact, let me tell you exactly what happened at Hammond Ear. When I was at Hammond Ear, I used to employ people from Jamaica. And when they get here, of course, they're not going to be licensed. And for some reason, people would take it upon themselves to report these people.
Yeah, the hater just oof.
They would report them. Like, and I remember the last time that happened, I'm like, I'm just not going to do it anymore because I was literally just trying to help, like reach back to where I was to see if I can help, to see how many people I can help along the way.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because, like I said, it was a transition for them to come here, maybe for about 6 months, work and go back home. Money that they would take back home would go a long way because the dollar, I think, like right now, I'm not sure, maybe 150 to 1. That's how devalued our currency is.
Wow.
So I left Salon Studios for that reason, and I went to my friend's barbershop. Herman Johnson. He has a barbershop. It's called Legacy something. I forgot. He's gonna kill me for this.
Yeah.
But yes, I was working with Herm at the time, and one morning I was sleeping, and I got a phone call, and it was the cops on the other line, and they were like, "Are you one of the owners of the salon?" And I said yes, and he said, "You need to come to the salon right now because it's on fire."
Wow.
So I hurried up and jumped out of bed and got dressed in the first thing that I could grab. And on my way to the salon that was on fire with all my stuff in there, I almost got arrested.
Wow. Not arrested.
Arrested.
Wow.
I almost got arrested because, so you know how they would barricade the road because they have
Like
the
done
work going.
Yeah.
So the road was barricaded. I tried to park my car so I could walk through to get to the salon, and I kept telling the cop, like, it's my stuff that's on fire over there. Like, you call me to come here, and I'm trying to go and assess the damage. Like, why do you want to arrest me?
Right.
So he eventually just gave me a ticket, and I had to go to court.
Wow.
But once I went to court and I just explained exactly what happened to the judge,
Right.
she just laughed and threw it out. Like,
Wow.
why would you do something
Literally,
like that?
Literally, and your salon is
Yeah.
literally all
Right. So anyway, when I got there, I realized everything was gone.
wow.
So I had to start from scratch. But I just took that tragic event as God telling me that it's time for bigger and better. So
But let's talk about this. Like, even okay, you went, found out the salon is on fire, you lost everything. Like, what were your initial thoughts? Like, what was going through your mind? Did you feel like, okay, you know what, this is it, I want to give up? Like, what were you thinking?
I'm not a quitter.
And
No, ma'am. I'm not a quitter. So that never entered my mind at all. I was just thinking about how I'm going to recuperate the chair, the hair, the everything that I had there, in a timely manner so I can continue working. And it didn't take me that long because even though I lost all that stuff, I had money because now it's been years since I've been working, and over the years I just figured out how to save. Actually, I'm a serial saver. You have serial entrepreneur. I'm a serial saver.
You went from spending real bad to saving real bad.
I'm a serial saver. So I had money at the time, and I just figured it was time to move on to a bigger space. So the transition between the fire and continuing to work was from there to Salon Studios again.
Okay.
And while I was at Salon Studios, I started searching for a building. I was driving down Airline one day, and I saw the number for my realtor at the time. And I gave him a call and I said, "Hey, I'm trying to, purchase a building for the salon." And he was like, "Who is this?" I said, "I don't know you. You don't know me. I need a building."
Right, period. What does it matter? Okay. Do you want me to be your client?
So we set up a meeting and we met in January. And that's when another hardship started. Because even though I had money in the bank, I wasn't doing my accounting. My books was like all over the place. I didn't have an accountant at the time. I was literally winging it and doing everything for myself. So when I went to the bank to get the loan to purchase the building, I was denied.
Okay.
So, you know, they say when one door closes, another one opens. I had about a million doors shut in my face when I was trying to acquire a loan to purchase the building. But I didn't stop.
Yeah.
One of my friends told me to go to Essential Federal Credit Union and apply for a SBA loan there. And she told me exactly who I was supposed to go to. His name is Will Campbell. That man have changed my life.
Wow.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten the loan. To this day, I don't know what he did for them to give me the loan, but we had a heart-to-heart conversation, just as how I'm sitting here and talking to you on the couch right now. And I was just pouring out to him like how passionate I am about my business and how much I wanted it. And he could see in my face, my facial expression, and hear it in my voice how much I wanted it. So he said, like, I'm gonna do my best, but I'm not gonna make any promises. So give me maybe a week or so, and you know, he'll get back to me. And when I heard from him, he told me that the loan was approved and we could, you know, start looking for the space. So I started looking in January, because before I got the loan, I started looking for the building, me and the realtor. So we got the building in July the same year. This was 2017. So now I had purchased the building in 2017. This is 2024. I own that building outright.
Wow.
It's mine.
Wow.
It's not the bank's
From
anymore.
2017 to 2024,
Until 24.
you own it.
I own it. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then, which brings me back to the point, and this is a message for all entrepreneurs, because I realize that a lot of us want to go in business, but we don't necessarily know how to run a business. It is hard. When you get into it, you basically have to go through a period of deprivation where you cut off everyone and you stop doing everything that will continuously leak money from your pocket. So I'm talking about eating out, purchasing the most expensive cars, homes that you don't need. A home is a liability unless you're going to rent that home out to bring in some type of cash income, cash flow. It's a liability. And I've seen so many people on my timeline all the time. Oh, I purchased this XXX. Ma'am, you're just literally digging yourself into debt and you don't even know it. Like everything that you can possibly think of that's going to be taking money from you, it needs to be cut off for about 10 years.
Wow.
10 years. I say 10 years. Some people can do it less than that, but most entrepreneurs need about 10 in order to get there. Otherwise, you're just going to constantly go through the cycle of being in the debt cycle. That will never end. You have to learn how to spend less than you earn if you're going to be successful. So keeping up with the Joneses was not, I didn't do none of that. So,
and even like that thought is so good, because even now, like with my interns, I'll be like, okay, no, we got to save we can save this bag, this plastic bag, we can save it. And I know they be looking at me like, you got to be kidding. But it's literally something where it's just like, it's every little bit counts. Like, I don't care if it's a plastic bag. I don't care if it's something, if it could be recycled, recycle it. You know, because it's like, I have goals. I know where I want to go. You really need to, it's like putting yourself in a, like, incubator in a way to where you can grow, like separating yourself from whatever, just like you said, whatever it is that's gonna like deplete you. And like that's financially, that's in your energy, if you got people around, because it could be just one word as an entrepreneur and they're just like, are you sure? And then it have you question everything. You know, so it's really taking that time to separate and grow and do what you have to do for yourself. You know, so I want to talk about that, because I feel like that's so good. Like, what do you feel like was the hardest thing in this journey of entrepreneurship?
Whew, the hardest thing in this journey of entrepreneurship is finding the right people to do business with. Because I've came across some crosses.
My God, today. My God, today.
Yeah, I've came across all types of people, but uh, my motto for my business remains the same. I'm gonna provide the best possible customer service in an ambiance that's gonna be peaceful. Whenever you step inside my building, I want you to feel calm,
Mhm.
calm. And I like to read energy. And if I step inside my building, which I consider my home away from home, I can feel if something is not right. So, like I said before, I've worked with a lot of people, but I never let the bad apples spoil the bunch.
Mhm.
So, as soon as I realize that someone is there that doesn't belong in my salon's culture, I quickly eliminate them. Like I'm
Woo!
and I've done it's not too many because I've owned the salon for approximately 7 years now, and it's only a handful of people that I've had to ask to leave.
Yeah.
And it's always the same thing. It's a beauty salon, so of course, like as you guess, rent. Like
Mhm.
you can't be there and don't want to pay your rent. Like
Right.
how do you think these lights stay on?
Right.
You know?
Mhm.
So it's as soon as you come across someone, like I said, that you think is gonna drain your energy, you just in the most professional way
Mhm.
possible ask them to leave. Right now, I have a dozen suites. I work in one of the suites, and my other 11 business owners that work there with me, they are absolutely like they're one of the most harmonious
Mm.
group of people that I've ever met. Like we have no issues
Mhm.
there right now. And for that, I am grateful because it's not common
But that's
for
because
you
of
to
you.
own a salon
Yep.
and you know, and it like the
I feel like
energy.
you set the culture
Yes.
for that though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's like so like you're the head as the owner.
Yeah.
And it's just like you set the culture for what you want to
Yeah.
happen in your
Yeah.
salon and the energy. Just like you said,
Yeah.
when you realize somebody's energy is off,
They gotta
you're
go.
like, oh, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And so you set that and you created that because that is rare to
Yes.
have a business where you have other business owners and for there to be harmony.
100%. Like I don't have any issues right now with anyone. Like, and I just find myself all the time just giving praise and thanks for being in a position right now where so many people have trusted me to work with me because there are so many other salons in Baton Rouge, but they decided to choose me to do business with. And for that, I am so grateful. And I'm pretty sure that they know because I'm a servant leader.
Mhm.
So I'm not the business owner that's gonna walk into the business with my chest all high. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be on the same level
Yeah.
as everyone else to let them know, hey, like I'm here. If
Yeah.
anything is going on that they don't like they can talk to me,
Mhm.
you know. So
Yeah.
that's how I run the business, and that's how the business have managed to stay afloat, even when the business aren't isn't doing so well
Yeah.
for a lot of other
Yeah.
people.
But even
For
can like I would love to talk about that because I feel like, people just have this, they want to have this what's the word? Like this look that
yeah,
everything is great. Everything is fine. I have a business and it's great and it's everything, but the reality is it's not always like that,
no,
you
for
know?
business owners, it is hard. You are when you own and I'm in a lot of groups
Mhm.
for salon owners,
Mhm.
and some of the things that I've read within these groups is ludicrous.
Mhm.
A lot of people they'll go into the business and think they're going to put on a suit and show up and just that's how it's gonna like
Mhm.
that's not how you run it. You gotta clean the
Yeah.
toilet, you gotta clean the floor, you gotta clean the windows, like you gotta literally do all of that as the owner
Mhm.
in order to keep the other business owners there is sweet. So I keep referring to them as owners. They're not employees. They don't work for me. They're literally just renting the suites from me. So you got to do all of that in order to keep them happy. Some people, they think they're above that. And the minute you think you're too big to serve, you're not going to make it because people are going to go elsewhere and that's where they're going to take their business. So I'll never get to the point where I think I'm better or bigger than anyone else because I'm not. Because the same God that got me here to where I am today, he can literally take me back to where I'm coming from. And I never want to be in that place ever again. So I don't take what I've accomplished for granted. I'm very grateful, and I'm pretty sure that everyone that's around me or who have come in communication, come in contact with me, they know because you'll feel that.
And like that's even something that's like why I wanted you here. I don't even know when we became friends on Facebook, but I feel like I was there when you got this building, because I think I remember you say, because I think I remember you saying something about somebody reporting you.
Oh my gosh.
So we've been Facebook friends for a while.
Oh, yes.
And so it's like, but I saw that. Like I could see your passion for your business. I could see the way that you just ran it with excellence. Like, and just kindness, but also with authority and boldness. And I'm just like, I just saw so many similarities, and I'm like, this is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you how I started following you.
Okay.
Black CEO.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
You used to post in that group, and I think you posted your story one day about what you were going through. I've met you there, but on your personal page, you posted what you were going through on that page, and I'm like, she's hurt. And I said to myself, but I've been here before, and I know she's gonna get out of it, but I just can't figure out like how she's gonna do it. I know everything about you. I know when you moved to Texas, doing photography, and I knew when you came back home just by what you post. So even though a lot of people may not say anything, your story is touching so many people that don't have the gut or the nerve to say that they're being touched by what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing because like they see you. A lot of them just won't say. If you have been influencing a ton of people, you're gonna probably see a lot of people copying what you're doing right now. Your story have touched a lot of people, and that's basically how I started following you. And yeah, I'm impressed by what you're doing, and just keep it up.
Thank you. And just I really, really appreciate that, especially coming from you, because it's like just really seeing the way that you just live. And like not only is she an amazing business owner, you guys, she's a world traveler. Okay. Like you just came from where you came from?
I came from Peru.
Peru. Okay. Was in Peru, is that where you went to did that little thing where you was flying down?
No, that was Dubai.
Okay. Like I said, world traveler. Okay, but you guys, the video of her, like if I can, like, include it in here so you guys can see. When I say no fear on her face, she was flying through the sky. Black folks don't do that. Okay, first of all, but you literally flying through the sky, and literally there's no fear
at all. And that's literally how I live my life.
That's amazing.
Like everything that I do that you see on the surface level have a meaning. Zip lining is, I used to have a fear of heights, but when I realized that I skydive. I skydive, literally jump out of a plane. And when I did it, it had a significance. When I jumped, I was leaving behind everything that was holding me back and everything that I was afraid of. And at the time when I did that too, I was just going through a rough patch. It's life.
Yeah.
So
I
jumped and I'm like, I'm just going to leave it all there. You know, some people, how they reset is they're probably write notes and burn it. For me, I jumped. And just lay it all out. And
it's something about truly like like, even like you say, you had a fear of heights, and like I'm literally the same way. If I fear something, I'm going to face it.
Yeah.
Like, not just like timidly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm facing it.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like even just when you said it, I would think about when I was growing up, I had like this. I was so afraid of the dark. I literally slept with a nightlight in college, like terrified, like. I would be afraid. Like, I just knew that there were monsters out there. I made sure none of my limbs were out of the covers. I was under protection. I rarely moved at night because I just thought a
Scared.
monster would see me. And this was in college.
Wow.
College.
Wow,
Okay.
wow.
And I just remember one day, like, okay, I can't keep living like this. Like, I would be so afraid. I would make sure I had a playlist that lasted through the night. So when I wake up, there wasn't just silence.
Right.
Like, I made sure right before I go to bed, I calculated, I put enough songs in there.
Yeah.
That's how afraid of the dark and the silence I was in college. And I just remember getting to this point in my life where it's like, what is there to really be afraid of?
Right.
Because if something was gonna get me, it would have got
by now.
it would have got me by now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I had to go through the process of, like, what I would do is, you know how like you turn the lights off and you run?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you turn the lights off and then you run upstairs. I said, walk.
Yeah.
Slowly. Like,
So you can face your fear.
Literally. And it was like that, in those moments of like, okay, I can't keep running.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. Like, even though it may seem like something that's trivial, but it was something that held me back, you know? And I said, no, I'm going to face it.
Right.
And like, it just really changed everything for me. I like, just like you said, some people journal and they do this and put it down. I love that. I love that. Yeah. But for me, I said, no, whatever it is, exactly what it is, I'm going to face it and I will conquer it.
Yeah.
You know, and just like hearing you say that, like you having this fear of heights, and so you went skydiving.
Yeah.
I said yes. And period. I was
terrifying. Like, will I do it again? No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like my heart stopped. Yeah. For a couple of seconds, and then the air came back in my lungs. That's how I felt when I did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you did it.
But I did it.
And you're doing it, like, literally every day, facing your fears and like living life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So speaking of just like facing your fears and like, you know, dealing with what life throws at you, okay, I want to really talk about our Creators Couch Challenge. Okay, when you came, you guys know all of our guests have to do a challenge. And so I want you guys to take a look at it right here.
It's time for the Creators Couch Challenge.
Hey everybody, so y'all already know what time it is. It is time for our Creators Couch Challenge. I am so excited. Okay, so we have Andrea in the room. She doesn't know what her challenge is per usual. And so we're going to go and we're going to let her know what it is. And we're going to let her do what it is. All right, come on. Hello, ma'am. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so you already know what time it is. It's time for our Creators Couch Challenge. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Yes. Okay. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
For your challenge, I know you opened up an amazing salon. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like salon it today. Okay. We have some dusty wigs. You know the wigs that, you know, you be having like in the bags, under the bags that just look like cobwebs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need you to make them look like something today. Okay. And you have 45 minutes to do so.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Right.
You think you got this?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, they in pretty bad condition. Okay, but I believe in you. Okay, so we're gonna go to our boutique, and in our boutique, that's where we, that's the area where people can get their hair done, do their makeup, and get styling here at the studio. So we're gonna take you in there. That's where you're gonna make the magic happen. And so, all right, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. All right, come on in. Okay, so welcome to the boutique. All right, this is your working area. Okay, so these are the wigs we're working with. As you can see,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Synthetic.
yeah, and that is.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, so you can either work with this one or you can work with this one. This one is a human hair wig. Okay? So, and I'm gonna wear this one right here.
Let me see
This
this
one. I'm wearing both of them. Okay, all right, so we can't get you started with the challenge yet. Okay, all right, so you're gonna pick it, okay? So, all right, so 45 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we got some supplies working here. And so the biggest thing on the Creative
So
Couch
everything right
Challenge,
here that I need.
yes, is working with what you have. And that's like the most important aspect. You may not always have like the fanciest place to do it, but no excuses, right? We get it done. People who want to like own salons or be beauticians, you know, a lot of times they think that they have to work with the top-notch equipment, but a lot of times you got to get started with what you have, okay? So that's what we're doing today, all right? And then, so we have our hair hot combs and flat irons. And,
You know, we can't use hot combs on this one.
listen, I don't
It
know.
will melt.
Okay, yeah. So maybe not on that one, but all right, you ready?
Yes.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay.
And go. Okay, I see you chosen to go with this wig.
Man, by the way, do you know I'm a braider?
I did not know he was a braider. Wow. Okay, so that should make this challenge very interesting. So you don't normally do like,
And I braid on a day-to-day basis.
oh wow. Okay, so I'm really excited to see what this is gonna look like. Okay, remember I want to wear this wig.
Okay, I got
So
you.
pressure but no pressure. So all right, well I'm gonna leave you to it. You're doing great.
Oh, Lord.
Not knowing how to work when I'm in today. 35 minutes left. Okay. No wonder why it's called Geaux Create. I'm literally trying to create something right now. Something out of nothing. I should be able to wear this. All right, we are at the 20-minute mark.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's throw a little curveball in there. I know. Yeah. So you gotta cut it. So I told you I want this wig. I want a blunt
My God.
cut.
You need a blunt cut.
Blunt cut. So we got you some scissors. These not haircut scissors, but you know, we're gonna have to make it do what it do. All right.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so I'm gonna put these right here. I want a nice blunt cut. Oh, it's looking so good.
Okay.
All right, 20 minutes.
All right, ma'am. What in small oil?
All right, 5 minutes left. Okay, we got 10 seconds left. I'm gonna close my eyes because I want to be surprised. All right, 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh.
You like it?
Oh my goodness. Do y'all see this? Oh my gosh. This
Now we
is
gave her
so...
some praise because I'm a braider.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta turn it for the folks so they can see. Oh my goodness. And you say you're a braider.
I'm a braider. Next time, give me some braids.
Listen. No, look at
He
this.
said he was so blessed to do it.
This is nice. Hey, you mastered this.
Okay.
You did this. Y'all, this is an old raggedy wig. I had this wig for years. Okay, we had to pull it. We had to go in there. It wasn't dusty. I mean, absolutely. I mean, look, not too much of a wig. Okay, but I'm not gonna lie. It was dusty. Okay.
But look at what you did with this dusty wig, man.
You made magic.
Something on the nose.
All right, you did have fun. Okay, first of all, I need to go get that wig. Okay, I like y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. First of all, she said she was not like she's a braider. Okay, but when you said your story in the beginning about how you wasn't really a jumper and
Right.
you won, I said
Yeah.
that it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Okay, because like, and then you guys saw I went in and I was like, okay, 20 minutes in, cut it. You know, like
Yeah.
get some scissors, do the choppy chop. Like, okay, but talk about it. Like, what was it like when you first came in? You knew you had to do a challenge. What were your thoughts surrounding that?
I was trying to figure out what am I about to get into
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure, but I was up for it. When I saw the wig, I was like, this is atrocious.
It was atrocious. Yes.
But I'm a braider, so I know how
Yeah.
to braid. So the first thing that came to mind was to do the cornrows and just spice it up from there.
Yeah. Wow. Like, and you literally, the cornrows, I can't wait to wear that wig, y'all. I can't wait to wear it. I can't wait because it looks so good. And like, you literally dominated this challenge,
Okay.
but it's just really a testament to how you live.
Yeah.
Like, and I find that is a rarity to find someone, which is what I feel like, and I keep saying this, like I feel so like our, I don't know what you would call it, of just, what would it be? Of just this, I don't even want to call it like strength, but I guess the will.
Tenacity.
There you go. Like the tenacity.
Yeah.
Just like, I was like, I'm going to, not only am I going to do this,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do it well.
Right.
Like I don't know why I was surprised that the wig looked good. Like, but you did such an amazing job.
Thank you.
Of course. Like, I really know that from you coming on here, it's really going to inspire so many people.
Yeah.
Just like, but even before we end this, like, what would you want to say to that person who wants to get started with their dream, whether it's a business, whether it's a whatever it is, and they're kind of like hesitant?
I would say to that person, read because knowledge is power and find a mentor, someone that you trust, someone that you admire, and basically mimic that person. And if you can, see if the person is willing to work with you one on one. There are tons of people out there that don't mind sharing information with others. I'm one of them. Please don't send me a million messages.
Yes.
But there are tons of business business owners out there that are willing to give free information to help people grow.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'll do. I'll also, every morning that I wake up, I say positive words of affirmations to myself and I look myself in the mirror and I just tell myself, I'm that girl. Every single morning to this
Wow.
day. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to know what you want and know that in order to get what you want, you're going to have to work harder than your counterparts.
Yep.
So when the people that you know that you're surrounded by, when you're sleeping, that's when you work.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, years down the line, they're going to try to figure out, like, well, how did she get there? And then you can say, well, I told y'all I was going to do XYZ and this is how I was going to do it. But y'all were busy partying, drinking, smoking, whatever it is that these young people these days do.
Yeah.
And that's how you differentiate yourself from, everyone else.
Yes.
Another thing is just put God at the forefront
Yeah.
of everything that you do because with Him, everything is possible.
Yeah.
Even on those days when you feel like you can't do it, it's only one person you need to call upon in order to find the strength to get out of bed. Because as a business owner, especially when you're young, you are going to come across challenging days where you feel like, I just can't do this anymore. So whenever you get to that point, you want to get down on your knees, get in your prayer closet, and you pray. Because most of the times, the people that you know that you're surrounded with, they're not going to help you. And it is hard to crack and get through to the people that already made it. Most of them won't even look back to talk to you. It is extremely hard. I really don't know why it's like that, but usually when people get to a certain level, they feel like they're too good to pull someone up with them. So it is hard, but when it gets tough, just keep going.
Yeah.
You have to be resilient, consistent, and dedicated to your craft. So just, you know, keep going, keep working, keep fighting hard for what you want. And eventually you'll get it.
Yeah. And I think that's so good because at the end of the day, I think you just have to work.
It's no getting around it.
There's literally it's like your dreams and this is you. The only thing that's standing between that is the work.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
well, are you going to work? Are you going to you have to work.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around it. And I think what happens for people is it's like they get started and it's just like, oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh, I got sick. And I've heard people say this, like, oh, I'm just working so hard. I just got sick. I gotta take a break. I said, go take a nap.
Right.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then get up
That's
and
it.
get back to work.
Yep.
It's like you cannot afford, like, you cannot. There's really no getting around it. You have to work. But I think the biggest thing is like having just like you said, like you having your faith and like really having a relationship with yourself. When you do those mirror talks, and I literally tell it to people, you got to get to look you in the eyes. Like we don't, on a normal day-to-day basis, you don't spend your time seeing you.
Right.
You're just doing.
Right.
But you really have to take that time to see you, connect with you, build that relationship with you. So at the end of the day, I know a lot of people say it's me versus me. It's not me versus me. I'm not against myself.
Right.
Okay, we together. Like I need all of me
Yeah.
to be together to do this thing. Like I'm not trying to be better than who I was back then because who I was back then was the best version that I could be. Given the knowledge that I had, given the experience that I had, I was doing the best. And I honor that version of me. And I honor the version that I am now. But I think it's just like knowing like you got to have the relationship with yourself. So on those days where you don't want to get up, you can be your number one motivator because you won't have a lot of people that's doing what you're doing. They won't understand why you work so hard.
Exactly.
And so they'll be like easily, oh, you know what? Girl, you work too hard anyway. You tell them you get sick, you got tired, take your little break. No, but I know me. So I'm here to tell myself, you got this. Go ahead and get up. Like it don't matter. You can be sad, keep working.
Right.
You can be crying and keep working.
Yeah.
You can feel discouraged and keep working.
Yeah.
Don't stop working.
You can't.
You really cannot
No.
because like we have dreams to get like and we have things to do and it's going to require work.
Hard.
And it's very hard. Very hard. And I even remember working myself into a psychiatric unit. Like I had been going without sleep, sleep deprived, and one day my amygdala in my brain, she said, switch, and I literally was fighting, like fighting. And even still, I had a wedding to shoot. And in the midst of me going through a fight and me losing my mind, and I drove myself to that wedding because I said, I can't shoot that. I cannot not shoot that wedding.
Yeah.
I'm shooting that wedding. And then right after that, I drove myself to the psychiatric unit.
Oh my
Absolutely. Like I was like, told my friend, meet me out there. I'm gonna go pack my bag.
Wow.
Straight to the hospital. Cause I said at the end of the day, like even still that was us, although my brain was like in another place.
Like
I was with me. I was like, listen, all right, come on, let's go. We can make it. We can fight. I was literally setting plans. I literally had she literally met me there to drive me there. I was like, I know exactly what we don't want to. This is not how we're ending. We're not ending this way. So at the end of the day, it's like I still worked.
Yeah.
Okay, but even going there, and I think what was really important for me is just like knowing my limits. So I had like learned my limits that that time, and I said, okay, so I know when I'm pushing the edge, right? So you got to know. So when you need to just go lay down and take a nap,
Yeah.
but I'm not giving up, you know? And it's just like, I feel like that's just so good. And you literally hit all of those points. So I know, like, I know people are going to be so inspired. I thank you so much for coming on. It has been an honor to have you here. So, and I can't wait. I feel like we definitely gonna have to do another interview. Like, just like and I have not said this to anyone else that came on the show. Everybody has been great, phenomenal. But like, I feel like you have so much that people can be able to like learn from and grow from. So I look forward to having you back. So.
I'll be back.
Yes,
I'll definitely be back.
thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in on another episode of The Creators Couch. And we'll see you guys next time.
It's the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Yeah. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Welcome me, tap in. Welcome me, tap in. Pull up, tap in. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, tap in. Bring truth, no doubt. This the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Welcome to the Creators Couch. Yeah, this the Creators Couch. It's the Creators Couch. Ooh. Welcome in, take a seat, take a seat.